Match was announced yesterday. Loso versus Ryder was announced. We were already speculating, and us and media knew this battle's definitely gonna get booked. These are the two guys that had the best performance in the losers bracket. Like, we don't want to see Loso and Steams. We don't want to see Ryder and Young Cannon. Like, just swap the
No,
opponents.
no.
And it's official now. Your take on it?
I think it's a dope matchup. I think mentally, you got to go into these quote unquote loser situations. You got to have a clear mind and you got to erase what just happened and you got to focus in. So it's just based on who's really prepping in this short amount of time and cares enough to put on a good show. I feel like Loso is an ultimate professional. Although when he loses, man, he's probably one of the. There's no disrespect. He's probably one of the top five sore losers in battle rap. Like
sodium chloride, man. Little sodium chloride, brother.
Look, Ledge, everybody knows
little
Loso.
iodized on there, man. A little pink salt on there, brother.
Everybody knows Loso is a true friend of mine. That's my brother. But his tears does taste like candy, and they need to stop.
Oh yeah, man, that's a fact. Like, versus Briz, he was sore about that.
But that's understandable because that was actually his first time ever like looking that way, and they were just waiting for him to fail. This one is like this one's like none persevered. You need to let it go.
Yeah, people thought he lost against Trez. He blocked the whole unit. It's just I don't know, but I think when it's time to lock in, he'll be focused. I think RYDA needs to take this momentum and go 0 to 100 again and just dumb out. Now, will he have a? Now, my thing is, he said he feels more comfortable angling now than punching. Like he's established that, but angles are, to me, it's cool if you really got something to share. Like with the Mike P situation. Like if you just are trying to make up angles, it's gonna feel forced. So I'm just curious to see what style is going to bring to this battle. I'm going to go with Loso 2-1. I just trust him in this situation to lock in and things like that. I feel like RYDA has been dealing with too much other stuff. I don't know how much zeroed in he is for this. So I'm going to go with Loso.
You saying that makes me think of two quick questions I want to ask you. And the chat can answer this as well. I'll ask you. Loso being a sore loser because some of these battles I feel like he does get over criticized. You look at his entire career, he's more net positive than negative, right? You think he's graded or curved a little differently the way he's viewed? Like they have him to a higher standard? And the chat, you can answer this as well. Is Loso evaluated differently than others?
I don't think by the fans, but I do think by I think more so by his peers because of the whole him trying to just leapfrog the PG stage and get those early looks and get big plays. None brought it up in a clip before they battled. Actually, I don't know how many people seen that. It was like a little clip talking about how you just kind of ease your way into the situation with URL getting Scotty on a gnome called the PG, but it was a gnome. It was on a gnome stage, and it was pretty damn near almost packed from what I could see and what I heard when he was battling Scotty. So, a lot of people got some resentment, especially like the actual PGs from URL, like that class and these other. They got some resentment.
He skipped the line for sure. So I can see where there's a lot of people looking at him and they're waiting for him to fall. And I think he needs to take that and just realize, you know what? If it's gonna be a chip on my shoulder, this is the cost of being great. Like you think when James Harden goes 3 for 12 from the 3-point line, we're not going ham on him for a reason. It's because he's James Harden. So that has to be a testament to who he is. And the second question I was gonna ask you: what angle do you think RYDA can use in this battle? And the chat, you guys can answer that too. What do you think RYDA has an angle for Loso?
I don't.
That we ain't heard.
Unless it's girls in his contacts.
Jersey. We jumped Jersey in that one. I don't see any angles. I think he's going to be because it's a quick turnaround. I feel like he's just going to be more punch heavy and keep it safe. And a lot of guy flips.
Q had a really good comment here. He said they both lost. Bring that energy and bring your bars.
Yeah. I think they both gonna have the energy there. The bars is gonna be subjective, of course, but yeah, I think he's gonna punch. I don't think he's gonna angle in this battle. I think he saved that whole little episode for Mike P.
Soul to
That
Soul
was gonna be the one. Yeah. So I got sold, man. I got LOSO 2-1 clear.
In the words of JB, he sold his soul and still lost. Ledge, man, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you on, brother.
Ledge, before you bounce, man, let everyone know where they can check out the Top Tier podcast, as well as the #3 podcast in Detroit, the RIP Rant in Peace podcast.
Oh, man, Vlad,
let everyone know where they can check you out. But come on, dog, you know I'm in tune.
My God, yeah. I was blessed to be ranked #3 podcast with the Rant in Peace podcast. 9 battle rap, just talking about what's going on in the city, in my community. Also talking about things.
And in the bedroom, I heard that episode play. Y'all was getting crazy. Yeah, by the bonfire. Yeah, y'all was getting crazy.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It was wild times. It was my birthday weekend, so we was having fun.
I can tell.
Go crazy. Go stupid. Let's go.
We talk about that type of stuff on there too, man. And like I said, I would love to have you. All right, stop, Vlad. You gotta chill. All right, but yeah. So that's Rant in Peace podcast on all your streaming services. Top Tier podcast on all your streaming services. And yeah, man, I got like interviews going on coming up. Kid Chaos interview should be going down tonight. I'm probably pre-record it and drop it tonight. So check it out on YouTube and follow me on Twitter at Pod Tier.
30 seconds. One vet for Kid Chaos. Give me one name.
Chiller.
Love it. Everybody in the chat, thanks for tuning in as always. Vlad, let them know where we will be every single day and the podcast exclusive.
Monday through Thursday, we are here live on Caffeine, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon. And the same day, we will be dropping this episode on all podcast streaming platforms. And we will have an extra exclusive Too Mean to Stream segment that you can only get on the podcast. So go and subscribe on Apple, Google, everywhere. And we will be having the video clips up on YouTube. So stay locked in, subscribe, share,